Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Perkenalkan, nama saya Jumaili, mengajar di SMA Negeri 2 Unggulan. Saya akan melaksanakan uji kinerja pembuatan video selama 1 jam. Terima kasih.
Before we start our study this morning, so let's break our class. Let's begin. Greeting. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Oke, selesai tadi doa ya. Oke, I would like to call your name first. Andini, Ezu,
Present, ma'am.
Rido,
Present, ma'am.
Rangga,
Present.
Rasika. Oke, ada yang tidak hadir hari ini?
No.
Oke, nihil ya, semuanya hadir?
Yes.
Okay. Well, my student, do you still remember what were our lesson last week?
Yes.
What is that?
It's about
Recount text. Okay. Today we continue our lesson about descriptive text. Do you know what is descriptive text?
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Okay. Anyone to answer? What is the descriptive text? Jessica?
Is text which is say what a person or thing is like.
Okay. Good. Thank you.
So descriptive text is to describe something like person, animals, and place.
Okay, that's good. Amazing. Okay, so today, descriptive text is describe about place, person, or animal. Your friends saying that. And then today we are studying especially for place. Descriptive text about place. Okay? And then hari ini materinya tentang descriptive text dan tujuan pembelajarannya yang pertama, kalian akan mengetahui yaitu apa yang dimaksud dengan descriptive text. Yang kedua, generic structure descriptive text, language feature descriptive text, dan yang terakhir, diharapkan kalian mampu membuat sebuah descriptive text, ya, menggunakan kata-kata kalian sendiri. conjunction.
Then, or
First,
I think
Therefore,
why?
see the picture. What is it? Pink beach. Have
the first text, it tells about Borobudur Temple. I will read it, so listen carefully. Borobudur Temple is one of the most beautiful tourist resorts in Indonesia. It is situated in central Java. Borobudur Temple is one of the 7 wonders of the world which needs to be preserved its circumstances. The people all over the world know that Borobudur is one of the greatest artworks that ever known since a long time ago. And then Borobudur Temple was built by Sailendra dynasty during the 8th century. It needs more than 2 million river stones. So it is the biggest temple in the world. After going into some restorations, Borobudur is visited by more and more tourists, both domestic and foreign tourism. Most of them admire Borobudur Temple because of its beauty, its elegance, and the story of the relief on its wall. Domestic tourists usually go there by bus or private cars, while foreign tourists like to. And the second text is Tanjung Setia Beach. Lampung is not only famous for its White Canvas National Park. One of the best tourist attractions of this province is Tanjung Setia Beach. This beach is located in the village of Tanjung Setia, West Lampung District, Lampung Province. It's about 273 kilometers or about 6 to 7 hour driving from Bandar Lampung, the capital city of Lampung Province. This beach has not been well known by citizens of Indonesia yet. But for the world surfers, this beach is a hidden paradise for surfing. This beach is exactly laid on the track of large in the ocean currents that make this beach have waves which are preferred for surfing. And then the perfect wave of this beach usually lasts from June to August with a height which can reach up to the 6 to 7 meters with a meters line. So, after I read these two of description text, the exercises is we have to answer number 1 till number 3 is about social function of body of text and then general structure, and then description, the first identification and the description, and then the last one is about language feature that we can find on the first text and the second text. Okay, and our answer is the first social function. Social function of the first text is to describe a particular place of Borobudur. Of course, because in the first text, it tells about Borobudur Temple. And then the second text to describe a particular place of Tanjung Setia, because it tells about Tanjung Setia Beach in Lampung Province. And the generic structure in the first text is paragraph 1, same with the second text, this paragraph 1, because the first paragraph tells and identifies the first of duplication of the text, and then the second is paragraph 2 and 3 of the first paragraph is about description of the next chapter of text descriptive, and then the next is paragraph 2, the description of the generic structure in descriptive text of Lampung Tanjung Setia Beach in Lampung Province, and then the last one is about language feature in this verse. Use simple present tense. Of course, all the descriptors always using simple present tense to tell the fact of the object, and then use action verb, and then in the text 2 use adjective to clarify the noun, because in the second text a lot of we find out a lot of nouns, so there are also a lot of adjectives to clarify the noun. And then the last one is specific participant. Certain object is not common and union is only one. Thank you.
Okay, amazing. Yeah. Very clear. Okay. The second group, please. Ayo, Windy. Sama semua.
So we are group 2. The text is same like group 1. So we skip the text So the first is social function. Text 1 is to describe about Borobudur Temple, and the text 2 is to describe about Tanjung Setia Beach. And then, second, the generic structure is for identification is paragraph 1 in Borobudur Temple. And then in the text 2 is same like paragraph 1 in the text. And then the description is in paragraph 3, paragraph 2 and paragraph 3, and then the text 2 is in the paragraph 2. And the last is language feature. Is in the text 1 is simple present tense, which is you can see in the text. The example, like in the first paragraph, is resort and needs, wonders and words, and the second paragraph is stones and restoration. And then in the text 2, it's using simple present tense too. Like example, like attractions, citizens, surfers, currents, waves, laws, matters, and yes, like that. And then I think that's all. Thank you.
Okay, next topic.
Is a name of a bridge that is also the symbol of Palembang city in South Sumatra. It was built in 1965. After 3 years under construction, this bridge was firstly named Bung Karno's Bridge. Before the name was changed on the next year because there was a strong movement of anti-Sukarno. Ampera Bridge lays above the river of Musi and connects Ulu and Ilir at the both sides of the river. It has 2 towers which is 7-8 meters high. The gap between those towers is 7-5 meters. The bridge itself is 90 meters long and 22 meters wide. This bridge ever had a special feature because it was the only bridge in Indonesia which had open and closed mechanisms to anticipate it if there was a big ship which sailed on the river. It was an amazing moment for the people to see it went up or down to let the ships pass the river. But since 1970, the bridge has no longer working until in 1981. It was renovated by spending for about 1850 million. For now, Ampera Bridge is still a wonderful bridge which is also one of tourist destination in South Sumatra. It is very beautiful to stand near the river at night and watch the beautiful lamps that beautify the bridge. Especially many places around it. It has been developed by the government of Palembang City to facilitate the tourists. So that is why we can call Ampera Bridge as the main characteristic of Palembang City besides its pamphlet.
We will present an analysis of the text about Ampera Bridge. In the first social function, to describe the particular place about Ampera Bridge in the Palembang city, South Sumatra. And then the generic structure. In the first identification, this is in the first paragraph, starting from Ampera's word to anti-Sukarno word. And then language feature, present tense, noun, and adjective. Okay, thank you.
The last group.
I will explain difference is text 1 and text 2. Special function to describe about Ampere bridge, and text 2 is to describe about Borobudur template. Difference, generic structure identification. Generic structure identification, text 1, found in paragraph 1, and text 2, found in paragraph 1. And 2, description, text 1 is found in Ampere bridge, found in paragraph 2 and paragraph 3. And text 2, found in paragraph 2. Language feature is Borobudur template is a resort, needs, works, stones, restoration, and cars. Thank you.
Okay, so far, any question about our material today? Okay, how about your answer? Dapat berapa? Semuanya benar? Yes. Dari pemakai teks? Yes. Dan menganalisis? Yes. Membuat descriptive text? Yes. Okay. If there is no question again, anyone to conclude our material today? Okay, come on, Gendis.
Covered the material today. So the first, we knowing to describe about descriptive text, and the second is we knowing the social function from the text has been given us.
Okay. Thank you. Oke, sudah di pembelajaran terakhir atau penutup ya. Because our material today are like anyone of you make the reflections about our material today. Oke, Anda memang?
Lesson, we learned a lot about descriptive text, about the description, what is the descriptive text is, and then we learned about the many and a lot of the places. We know how to make the descriptive text, and we know about the specific places. We know this social function about the descriptive text, and we know the generic structure. It's about the introduction, and then the description, and then on the there's social features, there's verb, and then adjective, noun, and a lot of things that we can learn from this lesson. I think this lesson is so much fun. We got a lot of insight, and we do a lot of the assignments so good, and we got all the highest score. And I think that's really good and fun. Thank you.